Good morning. So today it's a touching story I would like to talk about, particularly touching for, I would imagine, the parents, although the severity of it, I'm sure it weighs heavily on the hearts of all of those who have heard about it. It's a story about a woman whose name is Ruby Franke. That's her name on YouTube where she had inactive now YouTube channel. Actually, for several years, she had a YouTube channel that she and her, I suppose, separated from her now husband and their children. I think there were 6 of kids there in various age she ran it. And what she presented in that YouTube channel were things that eventually led to her demise, among other things, most of all, the bravery and the resilience of those poor kids. So there has been many opinions about Ruby and her culprit, Jody. I will talk less about Jody because that's a separate topic and I have certain very strong opinions and I don't want to conflate them in one video. About Ruby, I can talk sort of, because I'm a mother. I have one still relatively small child, and this is what I've observed, because people sometimes have difficulties in front of so much evil to understand. But it's not to be understood. I think it's more to be observed. So I looked at Ruby sitting in the office, in the prison when she was being interrogated. And then I saw her when she was already being, when there was already decision being made about the justice for her. And she presented herself in a very different way. But the only one was the real Judy. And I think that was, Ruby. And that, we're talking about Ruby. And I think that was the one at the very beginning, when she was being, when the police attempted to interrogate her and she stayed quiet and demanded attorney, which is all good. That's her right? This is a country we live in, or countries, of the law. That's all good and fine. But this is, I think, what I've noticed in her, I'm pretty sure, what I saw there in her eyes is such arrogance, devilish arrogance. Ruby did not torture, because that's the word what I believe is accurate, the children, because she claimed she was this ideal example of a Christian mother. First of all, she was no Christian at all. That's not Christianity, not even in the terms of some most orthodox type of Christianity, not even in Christianity from centuries ago. This was not a Christianity. The Christianity and the Mormonism she sort of represented and associated with were just tools, right? It was just easy sort of containers for what's within her. Forgive me, I had a surgery last week, so I'm still recovering. But anyways, she would find somebody to torture, had the easy target that vulnerable, loved children are, was not around. That's all it was. This woman is a perfect example of narcissist wars, a psychopath. she's intellectually very capable, and she knew exactly what she was doing. And it wasn't not at all about maybe correcting the behaviors of children to help them be better. Not at all. You know, these children, had there been the most perfect angels, which, by the way, I'm sure they were, children are innocent and pure, but most of all, children carry no responsibility because their brain is still in the development process way into adulthood. That's where we have to start up from, right? Now, but even if these children somehow through trauma adapted to such point, which I'm suspecting they might have, poor kids, it breaks my heart, she would have still found something wrong with them, because it wasn't about them. It was about playing out and sort of enjoying her own cruelty with that supposed higher justification of, I am trying to make them perfect Christians so they can enter paradise. All this nonsense. This woman, in her eyes, in that jailhouse, I saw evil, narcissistic, arrogant evil. That's what this woman is. And this is my opinion only. I'm not basing it on any information that I have or none of those things. I think this woman should stay forever in jail. And my opinion again, all her culprits, all the people around, all the people who would be over the years sort of entering that house and seeing the results of her of her activities on those poor kids, on those vulnerable victims of this monster, and over the years they have done nothing. All these people should be kept accountable. Look, the evil can be attractive. You could see the pretty house, smiling face, her pearly smile, especially when she was talking about cruelties she would have done to these children. Notice that. She was laughing. It was entertainment for her. Perfect example of the dictatorial, I don't know, I can think of the Snow from the Hunger Games. He would also walk around with this ironic smile in corners of his mouth. That's what she makes me think of. Her sense of superiority, her disregard or sort of almost disgust over humanity, have nothing of Christianity or any well-established, religion or philosophy of the world. Because those, even though maybe crooked and not perfect, this woman is completely demoralized in her evil. And this is the people around her who demoralized her, the people who allowed her. And my heart goes out to these kids, and I pray they will never end up in the vicinity and in the hands of none of those family members, because they all are willingly, more or less willingly, culprits. And I wish them, I would love for them to stick together, but the trauma of their past might not permit that. But what I wish the most for these kids is healing. And blossoming and fulfillment and all the happiness they can get. Because these children have suffered the 21st century United States there is absolutely no excuse. There is no, I cannot stop thinking about this. Next time, perhaps I will tell my couple sons about her culprit, that other woman, Jody. I think she's also something,